If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe and bell icon for more videos. Peace out, guys. Hey guys, MUT Gamer back here for another video, guys. I'm going to give my predictions for the Week 2 predictor sets. Now again, keep in mind, this is just my opinion. Last week, I was actually 22 out of 32. So if we do the math on that one, let me see exactly what percentage I was correct. So I was 22 out of 32. So I was... Let me see if my math is still... Let me see if I can still do math, guys. I was 68% right. So 68% right last week, and again I got 22 out of 52. Out of 32. If you did go with me, you got a free 5K plus the other coins you get for getting the stuff right. This year or this week, I'm gonna do another predictions. Again, you can go with me, or you can just say, nah, I'm not going with your predictions. And if you just want to watch this video because you want to see what I think, shout out to you. Alright, starting off, number one. The Ravens will win against the Browns. Definitely 100% true. I am a Ravens fan, but don't get me wrong, that has nothing to do with this. The Ravens defense, even if I was not a Ravens fan at all, obviously the Ravens defense is killer, and the Browns offense last week, I believe Kaiser got sacked 4 or 5 times because the guy doesn't understand the concept of not holding on to the ball for 8 minutes. Doesn't understand that. He'll learn it though. Terrell Suggs has at least 1 sack. Now, last week, Terrell Suggs actually got like a neck sack on Andy Dalton. He like jumped over the guy, grabbed Dalton by the helmet, and pulled him to the ground. So I definitely feel like with how bad Kaiser holds on to the ball, which, don't get me wrong, Kaiser is an amazing quarterback. He has so much talent, and I honestly think he's the future. He's going to be a really good quarterback in the future. But for right now, for how long he holds the ball, I think Terrell Suggs can get around that offensive line, which is very difficult. The Browns have a very, very good offensive line. Adding Whitworth and Kevin Zeitler? No. Whitworth went to the Rams. Again, I might be incorrect here. Zeitler went to the Browns, right? From Cincinnati. Cincinnati lost both of the linemen, Zeitler and Whitworth. And Whitworth went to the Rams. I believe Zeitler went to the Browns. The Panthers will win against the Bills. I'm going to go with true here. I definitely, based on my predictions, I forget what my predictions were. I had them on Fantasy Truck Stop, but I believe I have the Panthers winning anyway. Cam Newton has at least 2 total passing and rushing touchdowns. So that means, 2 passing and rushing? So he needs to have, 2 total. So meaning if he has to have at least 1 rushing touchdown is what they're saying. And he has to have at least 1 passing, technically, in order for this to go through. Now, the Bills' defense is definitely not the best. Now, I'm going to check Cam last week. I don't know about this because I know they like to give it to Christian McCaffrey when they get near the goal line. And especially now with Cam, they don't want Cam to run the ball. Don't get me wrong. When Cam gets near the goal line, he loves running the ball because he loves getting a touchdown and then giving it to a young fan in the crowd, whoever, is sitting near the end zone. Now, personally, though, I just don't feel like he's going to run it that much. Now, let's see what he did last week. Did he have any rushing touchdowns? It doesn't look like he had any rushing touchdowns. Let's see, rushing. Yeah, he had 6 attempts for 3 yards. So, based on that, I'm going to go with no. I get the point that EA is trying to go across here, saying that, the Bills' defense, they lost Stephon Gilmore. They're not the best defense when it comes to run support. And with that in mind, I guess that's what they're trying to get at with Cam Newton. But I don't think Cam Newton's going to be able to do that. The Colts will win against the Cardinals. I'm going to go with false. Now, the Colts, don't get me wrong, I really think people underestimating the Colts. Now, Andrew Luck is not coming back this week. He's not coming back next week, probably. He's already ruled out for this game. Now, Scott Tozine is not starting here. It's Brissett. But Brissett, the Patriots guy, the Patriots quarterback. They no longer is Scott Tozine going to start, so this is going to be a mixture of Brissett, Mullen, Mack, Frank Gore, T.Y. Hilton, and a lot of other people. Personally, I would not touch anything with fantasy football related with that team, with that player. T.Y. Hilton has at least 90 receiving yards. Oh, this is actually so weird. Because the thing is, based on history, whenever or not a young quarterback, well, he is young, but based on history, whenever a backup quarterback comes in and sees the spot as a starter, right? Usually the number one receiver always suffers. Usually the guy always who thrives is the second, third, fourth, the backup receivers. Well, the obvious reasons of the number one gets covered mainly, and the backup quarterback doesn't want to throw it to him. We saw that with Landry Jones. A lot of people got mad because he wouldn't target Brown. He targeted Bryant, or I believe it was Bryant, or Marcus Whedon, Sammy Coates. He would target these other guys, but he wouldn't target Antonio Brown. And again, that's because they don't want to make a mistake. Now, with that in mind, I think Brissett does have a really nice arm, so there's a great chance he could be able to get down the field. But again, against the Cardinals defense, most likely, now Bethel actually is the one who allowed the touchdown last week to G.O.A.T, I believe that's his name for the Lions. He's the one who allowed the touchdown. I believe all game we will see Patrick Peterson shadowing Mr. T.Y. Hilton. And I don't know how much I trust Brissett. His running ability is great. He actually had a rushing touchdown last year against the Texans. But I don't really trust his throwing ability, in all honesty. The Jags will win against the Titans. Now, they did destroy against, the Texans, winning, I believe, 29-7. So that is definitely a great case. And this will be the second week I go against that. I think the Jags are going to lose this week. Now, it was wrong last week when I said the Texans were going to beat them, but the Texans have a quarterback issue between Watson and Savage. There's no quarterback issue in Tennessee. And their offense is legit. It is full of just playmakers. Leonard Fournette has at least one touchdown. I think, yeah. Without Allen Robinson in this offense now, I feel like they have to give Leonard Fournette the ball even more. Like, before this season, the coach even said, I don't want Blake Bortles to throw the ball. Now, without, Allen Robinson, I just assume that Hearns, Lee, do they still have Julius Thomas? No, he went to Miami, I believe. But still, they have so many, people not the best players. They're going to have to give it to the playmaker at running back, and especially goal line opportunity. We saw the Jags, you guys remember, I think it was 2 years back when they had Toby Gerhardt. They actually, it was a London game, and I remember you could only watch it by live streaming it from NFL.com. And I was watching it, and they ran 4 plays at the 1 yard line with Toby Gerhardt and didn't get in. The Jags are committed to running the ball when it comes to the goal line. They don't care. And they had Toby Gerhardt, and he was trash. The Chiefs will win against the Eagles. I do think this will happen. I mean, they just beat the Patriots. Now, don't get me wrong. They beat the Patriots. They lost Eric Berry, which is a huge loss. I don't think we should. I mean, I'm coming from the reason I predicted the Chiefs going 14-2. But I don't think we should jump on this so quickly. It was a night game. It was the beginning of the season. The Patriots had all the momentum coming out of the gate, favored by 9 points. I don't think we should, jump down the throat to the Patriots and say, oh my God, the Chiefs are the best in history. So I think the Chiefs this season, I had 14-2 my predictions. I'm going to kind of slant that back to 12-4. But I think they're going to have a very good game. Alex Smith has a 60% throwing completion. I do think he will. So even with the addition of Stephon Gilmore from the Buffalo Bills, I think he'll have a good game. Now, it's Stephon Gilmore, right? Not Darby. I know it kind of gets confusing because the Bills have the 2 corners, Darby and Gilmore. I believe the Patriots got Gilmore, right? Okay, I might be incorrect on this. I know the Eagles got one of them, and I think the Patriots got one of them. So whoever the Patriots got, whoever the Eagles got, whoever that guy, I think Alex Smith should have a good game. Saints will win against the Patriots. Now, this would definitely send New England into panic mode and just, utter craziness. Now, Saints fans, let's talk, okay? You play Minnesota, and your defense looked great, okay? Your defense looked great, especially from last year. Your defense looked great. The issue was you guys were on the field too much, right? You guys didn't really get a chance to not be on the field. I don't think angry Tom Brady is going to come in. I believe it's in New Orleans. I might be incorrect. Is going to come in, and that defense is not going to be on the field much. I think they're going to score a lot of points. Now, looking at the offense, scary. No Willie Snead. Adrian Peterson got like in a fight with Sean Payton last week because Peterson, I don't know how to put this, guys. Peterson should not be with the New Orleans Saints. That's all I got to say. He is a great running back that thrives on, as the game goes along, defense gets tired, and he becomes amazing. But what he's not great at is, just going ahead, and he can't pass block, he can't catch the ball, and, he fumbles the ball. And the issue with that is the Saints, they like to pass the ball a lot, so Adrian Peterson can't be in there. Other than that, I'm going to go with false, man. I don't think the Patriots lose two in a row. They could. They definitely could. My predictions, I believe I had them actually losing to the Saints. But I had them losing to the Chiefs and then the Saints. But I don't think I can back up that prediction here. Seeing Tom Brady on the sideline, Tom is really just going to come out and fire on all cylinders. And nothing against the Saints. Saints have a really good offense. Last year they did. This year they did play the Vikings, which is a very talented team. But I think that Patriots defense, in all honesty, Bill's not playing around. That Patriots defense, they don't start, doing stuff. They're going to be, the one thing, they're starting to look like the 2013, the Dream Team, the Eagles 2.0. They're starting to look like that team. If they start looking like that team, I think Bill might be trading some players out of there. So we'll see how that works. Drew Brees has at least 325 passing yards and at least one passing touchdown. To be honest, I think if they do win this game, if the Saints do win this, I believe it will have to come from Drew Brees throwing down the field and getting yards. So I'm going to say yes, and I believe even if he doesn't, if, Tom puts up points, Brees is one of the best quarterbacks. He's going to put up points too. You're not going to hold Brees to 0 points. I don't know if anyone has ever done that. Well, they probably have. I'm saying, you're not going to stop Drew Brees. Even with just Michael Thomas, just Kobe Fleener, just Mark Ingram, just with not as Brandon Coleman, not with as many targets, you're not going to hold Brees. The Steelers will win against the Vikings. I'm going to go with false. That Vikings offense, if they can do, I know the Saints are not the Steelers. Okay, the Steelers have a way better defense than the Saints. But if they can do what they did to the Steelers, to the Saints, to the Steelers, offensively, they can move the ball that efficiently with their weapons getting open and Biscuits throwing dots. We'll definitely see something great. Because that defense, I feel like, can hold the Steelers, especially how Le'Veon Bell ran last week against the Browns. They can probably double team Brown and try to do something good. But Martavis Bryant is very, very dangerous. Vikings, okay, so Ben has at least 2 passing touchdowns. I'm going to go with false. I feel like if they get in the goal in the red zone, they're just going to try to pound Bell. And according to some Steelers fans, he did not play good last week. He didn't look like he cared. So with that in mind, it's going to be interesting to see how it works. The Bucs will win against the Browns. I'm going to go with true. The Bears, not the Browns, the Bears. The Bears did have a pretty good game last week. They actually almost came back and beat the Falcons. Great game, but I do not think they're going to beat the Bucs. Mike Evans had at least 1 passing touchdown and 6 receptions. I'm going to go with true right there. I think he'll have a great debut, especially after his bye week last week. Yes, his bye week in week 1. Interesting. Storm. If you guys are new. If you guys have not seen, if you guys, only watch your favorite team, the Bucs and Dolphins had a bye week last week because of Hurricane Irma. They could not play their game, so therefore it will reschedule to week 11 is when their game will be played. The Chargers will win against the Dolphins. I want to say yes. They almost beat the Broncos. They came back in that end of that game and almost beat the Broncos. They made it a 7-point game, so shout out to them. But let's see what the Dolphins did week 1. I'm going to go off based on what the Dolphins did week 1 to see kind of how they... Oh, no, wait, they had a bye week. Fluff. They had a bye week. This is difficult because I want to say false, right? I want to say false. I think the Chargers are a good team, but I think the Dolphins have really good upside this year. Now I'm gonna go with false. I can't go with true. No offense to the what's it called? No offense to the Chargers, but I gotta go with false there. I mean, yeah, false there. Antonio Gates has at least one touchdown or at least 6 receptions. I'm gonna go with true because I think he could get 6 receptions. I don't know if he's gonna get one receiving touchdown. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get a touchdown. The Jets at Raiders result. The Raiders will win against the Jets. True. That's gonna be a true one. Let's see what's one we got here next. Derek Carr has at least 2 passing touchdowns. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. All right. Next one we have here. We have the Cowboys at Broncos. The Broncos will win against the Cowboys. I'm going to go with false here. Although I do think it's going to be a good game. I do think that's going to be false. Next game we have here is I hate how you have to go all the way back to the top. Kind of annoying. The Emmanuel Sanders has at least 75 receiving yards. I'm going to go with true. That's usually what kills the Broncos is underneath fast guys like Emmanuel Sanders. The Rams will win against the Redskins. I'm gonna go false. I do think the Redskins can bounce back. They should have beat the Eagles and they should have won that game, so I'm thinking they're gonna bounce back. Jared Goff has at least 17 pass completions. I do think that's true. I think if the Redskins, although they can't stop the run, and Todd Gurley should have a good game, I could definitely see this being a high-scoring affair. 49ers at Seahawks. It's Seahawks. The Seahawks will win against the 49ers. Yeah, I definitely feel like that will happen. No offense, 49ers fans. I have you guys doing really bad this season. Russell Wilson has at least 275 passing yards. So 205 passing yards. That's difficult. The line does do really, really bad. But, again, it is the 49ers defense. Although, which is revamped, which is better and revamped, but I still have an issue with, I don't think the defense is that great. The Falcons will win against the Packers. No. I do not think that's gonna happen. I do believe I have the Packers winning that game in my predictions anyway. So the Julio Jones will have at least 100 receiving yards. Now I'm gonna have to go ahead and switch over from a false to a true because I do think that will happen. So let me put a false in there and let me go ahead and swap that over and let me go ahead and do this real fast. So I do think that will happen. I do think he will have 100 receiving yards. So let me go ahead and go to true. Next one we have here is going to be Jordy Nelson has at least 7 receptions. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do another false to true because I do think that will happen also. I'm guessing the last couple ones is going to be like that, what's it called? It's like I'm going to have to do false to true because I do believe a lot of these last ones are going to happen. Let's go to true, though, and let's do true. So we have 3 left, guys. Let's see if we have any more left that I have to go false to true. The Giants will win against the Lions. Just beat the Cardinals. Giants did not look good against Cowboys. They never do, but they did not look good against Cowboys. But it is a rebound game. The the Giants coming off a loss. Of course, the Lions coming off a win. Comeback win. Against Cardinals. This is difficult. I'm going to go with false for this one. Just, ease the tensions here. But the other two, Giants, I don't know. I gotta go false. I gotta have faith in the Lions here. Lions win against the Giants. The Giants will win against the Lions. I'm gonna go with false here. I don't like that one, and I'm so up in the air on either side there, but I have to go with that one. I have to go with it. The Lions, the Odell Beckham has at least one receiving touchdown. Let's go false to true, and I'm going to go with, yeah, I think he will. So again, guys, that's my predictions. Tell me down below what you guys think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But again, I do think Odell Beckham will have one receiving touchdown. And there we go. So, week 2 predictors in the books. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. See you guys next one. Peace out.